All right, man. So, another thing that I want to talk about this week because it is officially October.
Ooh.
It's officially spooky season, as I like to say, right? Now, the ember months I reserve for Christmas. Okay, so September. I start in September. But September, November, December are Christmas months, okay? Sorry, Thanksgiving, you get a week, okay? But October, strictly spooky season. It's Halloween time. I love Halloween. I love the holidays.
Hell yeah.
Growing up, my mom always made Halloween very, very fun. She decorated the whole house. We always had lights and decorate. Even though we lived in a small apartment, or first in a condo, but then an apartment, pretty much the same thing. But she always had that thing decorated. We had candelabras and the little spider webs, and all that kind of stuff, and the little ghost that Grim Reaper that just hangs in your doorway, and so we had all those things. It was super, super fun. And just yesterday, I busted out the boxes, and got some of our Halloween lights up, decorated so that we have something. Now we had some cleaning ladies come today, so we had to wait on the inside. So we're going to get that, our inside stuff. We don't have a lot, but you keep building. And
Hell yeah, over the years.
By the time I'm 80, I'm just going to have a garage full of Halloween shit.
Yeah.
Christmas, Lord, we're going to need a whole separate storage space, But it got me thinking about my favorite Halloween traditions.
Okay.
Because I thought since it's the holiday season, October, maybe every week we can come with something Halloween related because it's just fun, So this week I want to cover our favorite Halloween traditions.
Ooh.
And it can be current, new traditions. It could be when you're as an adult, going to haunted houses or those super scary, events Hollow Scream and Universal Studios or Hollywood Horror Nights and things like that. Or it could be stuff from when you're kids.
Ooh, that's a good one.
So I'll start it off because I've been thinking about it. And my favorite tradition is going to the pumpkin patch.
Oh,
I love going to the pumpkin patch. Nothing I look forward to it every year. I'm already thinking, okay, what is Brittany? We need to hammer down a date, okay? Because we got to get to the pumpkin patch and get out there. Especially once you have kids of your own, you know, it's like I would go when we were just engaged or dating, but it's you go and you do some things. You go shopping, get your pumpkins. It's cool. But then when you have kids and you see them doing all the stuff they used to do, it's pretty cool. So I love going to the pumpkin patch. There's one, I like the one that we go to out here. It's called Divine Acres Farms.
Oh, I heard of that place.
It's out in Divine, which is west of San Antonio. Probably a good 45 minutes to an hour, depending. So it's a good drive out of the city.
Pretty easy drive though, right?
It's easy, yeah. It's easy. It's really pretty out there, obviously, and they also have a Christmas tree farm. So you go there for the pumpkin patch, but there's also they're growing Christmas trees, right? But they have tons of stuff. They have a little pond where you can do fishing. They have a corn maze. They have goat races. They have pumpkin painting. They have playgrounds. They have tractor rides. The whole works, right? It's pretty neat. Ticketed, you have to pay to get in, but it's super cool. So I really like that. But my heart is always with one back home called Bates Nut Farm.
Oh yes, that's a good one.
And the thing is, growing up, Bates Nut Farm, I haven't found one comparable to here yet because at Bates Nut Farm, they grew the pumpkins there. They have a patch that rotates throughout the year, what side of the farm it's on. But they grow the big ass pumpkins, right? And so they're on the vine. A lot of them are on the vine. You go there. I haven't found a real patch out here yet. If anyone knows of a real patch out here where they're actually growing the pumpkins, please let me know because I would love to go visit. But Bates Nut Farm was the best, man. You can go. You can take photos. I have pictures of me at Bates Nut Farm when I was a little toddler and stuff, and then I have a picture of my own kids doing it. So it was cool to have them do that same thing that I did as a kid. Go to the same pumpkin patch, They would do all the stuff, the vendors, the face painting. They had their own store, which was really cool. They were known for their nuts, because it is a nut farm. They're farming nuts. Pistachios were on point always.
Okay.
They had great peanut brittle. Oh my gosh, the peanut brittle was delicious to die for.
We used to go there, the years that I was in San Diego, we used to go there during, this time period. But I have a picture with Lambo, actually, and we'll throw it up right here. Picture of Lambo picking his pumpkin. Dude, he's a little puppy. He's like so fluffy.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I love that. I love that farm. It was awesome.
It's beautiful. It's like picturesque and like little like mountainous, I wouldn't say rolling hills, but I guess compared to some of the hills out here, it would be mountainous, a small little range or whatever in the valley. But yeah, the funny thing is like, people start calling it Nate's Butt Farm instead of Bates Nut Farm. And so they made like merch. They made hats and shirts that says Nate's Butt Farm on it.
Yes.
And I never got around to getting me one,
Yes,
But I'm like, dude,
awesome.
when I go home someday, dude, I'm gonna go out to Bates Nut Farm. I'm like, y'all got any of those Nate's Butt Farm shirts?
I'm sure they got some in the back.
Oh hell yeah, dude! I need one. I need me some Nate's Butt Farm.
That's awesome, man.
Y'all? What are y'all's traditions?
So my tradition used to be going to the pumpkin patches, but then I moved to Green Bay, and then they're not really, well, they have some, but I feel like I personally didn't really, I don't know, it wasn't a thing for us when we went there. So I'd like to get into that again. So Divine, I'll definitely have to take a trip this year and check it out. But I think for us, usually it would be just getting a pumpkin and carving the shit out of that bitch, dude. That's it, dude.
Fucking obliterating that sucker.
Yeah. Just stabbing it with a freaking little mini thing. Just, all right.
That first drive a knife right through its skull, and you're like, it's right.
You're like, that's for you, Susie.
I'm
It's
about
spooky
to
season, baby.
gut you, and you're scooping out the guts.
You don't want to share your colors with me? Die.
Yeah. So we've been doing that. We've been carving pumpkins since Alyssa and I met, and every year we do it. And then what we do is we get the seeds and then we bake them, and we make some pumpkin seeds, and then just pour a little Lowry salt on there, and it's fucking. That's it, dude. But you get a nice heavy bag full of seeds.
I think you guys gave some to us last year.
We might have. Yeah.
I think they were delicious.
I'm fairly
Yeah.
sure that is true because I do remember eating them.
Yeah,
Yes.
but they're, I don't know. That's our little thing right now. So hopefully this year we'll get a chance to head out to Divine. So if y'all go out there and you want some friends to,
Well, for sure,
some
dude,
company,
we can always use some babysitters.
let us know. Yeah, that too, man. we'll
Coming out,
keep an
dude.
eye out while you enjoy.
Yeah, like where did the kids go?
Yeah.
Why? Who's that floating out in the water?
Put them in a pumpkin.
Put in a pumpkin.
Just
but,
climbing the
All right,
trees.
Grant, you got to stay real still until somebody buys you.
Yeah.
but
How do you get way up there in that tree?
I know Alyssa likes to watch scary movies during this time frame too, and I know we started watching the Scream, not the scary movie, Scream.
Yeah.
And we watched it just a couple nights ago, and that shit was actually fucking scary for me, dude. Dang, I haven't watched this in
That's
forever.
I feel like Shakespeare fell asleep because I was like, this shit sounds
Yeah, this
was
guy right here
amazing.
was storing up a storm.
I don't know. I've seen it before.
I was trying to tell you. I was like, hey, shh, hey, can you be quiet? This is a very important part. I'm trying to pay attention.
Yeah, he did say that. But no,
maybe,
man.
maybe next week.
Yeah.
Next week, our Halloween themed can be favorite movies. So we'll start thinking of our favorite Halloween or scary movies.
Okay.
That'll be next week. So you're gonna have to tune in next week to hear those.
Yes.
Stay tuned.
But yeah, that's our little tradition thing that we do. So what about you, man?
I guess our tradition coming up was we were just big about scary movies and just really like big Halloween parties.
Oh.
Whenever we were coming up, I don't know, it's my parents, we always loved like, and not like oh look, it's a cute witch. It was like we tried to have like decapitated heads everywhere and hooks and arms and shit like that. It was just like, I don't know, it was always the Halloween time would come and it was just like our house turned into like something
hell.
out of your nightmare.
House of House of 1,000 Corpses or whatever.
And then my parents and I had this little. I guess you would say it's a tradition, but we had this kind of long-standing thing where we had these big. They're like 6 foot tall animatronic. Like one of them is like a creepy-looking scientist, and the other one's like a Frankenstein butler. You know, they're real big and they're real freaky. So, you know, one year it was like we took the butler because he just, you know, he doesn't look very scary. We put a black thing over his head, and then I put a Michael Myers mask over it. So it was like, it's a lot more freaky. The eyes were all blacked out. And then it kind of turned into my parents and I, when I lived there, was we would hide them. So it was like, you know, when I was still in high school, I'd come home for lunch and we'd have it all set up downstairs, and I would take it, condense it, bring it upstairs, and then pull it back out, and I would like stick it in my mom's closet, like in the back corner, or I'd take them and like put them in the shower, and they would put them in, sneak them in and put them in my room, and it just became like our kind of Halloween gag was like just trying to scare the shit out of each other. So it was like I would put like one time I took it out into the garage, and I had it like right behind like the door, so they would walk in and it would be like right here.
Boom, right there.
Yeah. And so we did that for a little while. The last time I did it, it was funny because we were staying the night at my parents' place, and Rachel was with me. And so she was taking a shower, and I had already put Maverick down to sleep. So she took a shower, and I'm like, okay. I took it, and I stood it directly in front of the door. Right? So I'm just like, oh, this is going to be so fucking funny. So of course, as soon as she opens the door, screams, got her, get this thing out of here. So I, move it out. I moved into the hallway, just to get it out of the. Well, apparently, fast forward about 2.5 hours, Maverick had a not good dream.
Oh gosh.
Woke up and went to come to my room to come wake me up, and that thing was still standing in the hallway with a Michael Myers mask on, dude, 6 feet tall. And all he was, Daddy! And I was like, ah! So I just sprint, and I run over there, and he's just like, just like quivering. And I was like, nope, flip the light on. I was like, look, he's fine.
Yeah, he's fake.
Come on.
It's not real.
So we haven't done it since then. But
Has he brought it up at all?
no, that's repressed, baby.
Yeah.
Dude, we'll handle that when he gets older.
Yeah, he'll go to therapy for it. Like
Yeah.
he's 27 or something.
Yeah, when he's in his like early 30s.
When he's
and
in his 30s,
and he, like,
he's our age.
And he's starting to piss the bed in his 30s, and he's like, "Why are you peeing the bed still?"
He's just like, I just have these terrible nightmares of Michael Myers stalking me. I'd be like, yeah, well, that happened for real once. So the rest of the time is all in your head.
That's funny, dude.
Hey, so
Yeah.
you mentioned carving pumpkins.
Yes.
I love carving pumpkins, especially now with the kids because they like to, play with the guts and because the pumpkin guts, they all slimy.
Yeah.
When it comes to your pumpkin carving,
Yes.
so are you a more like design guy? Like I'm gonna like do some like really cool designs? Or are you just like a standard face person?
No, so last year I did a witch on a broom, which was difficulty level was like advanced, according to the little book that I got from
you do
HB,
it?
and I did it.
Wow,
It looked really good.
You're an advanced pumpkin carver.
The only thing is that we did it way too soon because in Wisconsin, you can carve a pumpkin in the beginning of October, and it'll last you through the end of October. Not here, brother.
2 days,
Not here. So we learned from that. We put it out there for like 2 days, and right away, dude, that shit was...
Yeah, that witch fell off the broom, dude.
Yeah. So this year, the other day, we were at HEB, and I'm like, oh, Alyssa, look, there's some pumpkins. You want to grab them? She's like, Angel, what did we learn last year? And I was like, you're right.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you can still grab pumpkins, just don't carve them.
yeah, we could.
Because like that's what we did. We grabbed all the like a couple pumpkins and some gourds, some of the different colors and stuff, and then we put it out on like our front porch,
Yeah.
But they'll last as long as you don't carve them. They'll be all right.
Okay.
But the minute you cut into them, all that mold starts setting.
They're
in,
done.
dude. We're more of like a face. I just do regular old faces, triangle eyes, triangle nose, and make a mouth.
Yeah.
I've done like one from Nightmare Before Christmas one time, like Oogie Boogie and the Moon, and it actually turned out really, really freaking good. I was very surprised at how well. I was like, wow. I found like the stencil online, and I just printed it out and then just kind of taped it. I did like you had the little poker and you kind of like poke out a little like stencil, or like an outline, and I was like, I hope this turns out, and it turned out really good. I was like, damn, but
it's fun, dude. Like
I'm just a regular old face guy, little jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, missing a tooth or just one tooth.
Yeah, dude, one tooth or just a bunch of sharp teeth, or one eye's bigger than the other eye, or, my dad though. So growing up, like I said, based nut farm, they grew their own pumpkins, and they would have these ones called what are they called, like Big Jacks or something like that, or Jumbo Jacks, or no, that's copyrighted. I think it's called like the Big Jacks or something, but they're huge, like 50 pounders, like big old. Some of them were like as big as this table, like as tall as this table. They're huge ass pumpkins. And my dad, when my parents were still together, when I was real little, they would every year he would buy one big old pumpkin, and then he would carve these super like intricate designs on the front, like full on haunted houses with a cemetery on the side, witches flying, bats, a moon, a tree.
Wow.
And he knew how to do like the whole, like you cut some of it and then like you like shave off some so that the light comes through, but you don't have to like puncture it so it doesn't fall apart.
Yeah.
So it just kind of like it brings like a
little depth.
A little depth.
So he must have used like a fucking saw.
Oh, he had like special like pumpkin kit tools back in the day, for it. But he was real intricate. And I was like, we have pictures somewhere of these pumpkins I used to do back when you actually had to do them with a disposable camera. They actually had to go get the film developed.
Yeah. Go to Walgreens.
I did go to Walgreens, just drop that thing off. But I always remember them just being so intricate. I'm like, I'm so lame. I get eyes, nose, and a mouth. That's about as tricky as you get from me.
I give them important parts.
But yeah, dude.